welcome to probably going to be the single slowest trek I have through anything. So yeah, welcome to Limbus Company. This time we'll actually have some gameplay. Instead of just reading, it's going to be very easy gameplay because I'm already maxed out most of my two main teams, being Burn and Rupture. But, we're here anyways. For sake of, I want to have the magical wand for Ryochu along. We're gonna use the. Actually, I might just modify this team a bit. It's not gonna be doing a heck of a lot, but just moral support. Add more Granny for to get your two this Heathcliff's ability online. I really like my Burn team. It's fun. Prepare for battle immediately.
보다시피 더 이상 작전을 수행할 수 없는 상황이라 여러분의 도움이 필요합니다.
I am no longer able to operate, as you can plainly see. I need your help. So let it collapse to the floor before we could even have a chance to ask her if she was okay or what had happened to her arm.
베르길리우스 씨와 접선한 직후 기습을 당했어요.
Immediately after rendezvousing with Mr. Breathe. Take a second. After rendezvousing with Mr. Virgilius, I was ambushed. Amped by bushes. And the attackers will be here any minute. Once her resolve has not faltered even in the face of death, a grave look of despair fills her eyes. How many hostiles?
2.
Oh God. Wait. Oh no. Well, Mr. Virgilius was dealing with one of them. Virg was. Color returned to Rhoda's face upon hearing Virgil's name.
그러면 벌써 베르가 다 처리하고 여기로 오는 중인 거 아닐까?
Well, maybe Virg is already on his way back after arriving for the floor with the both of them.
아닐 거예요.
No, I don't think so. It's going to be a syndicate, and even, well, maybe not in her prime, the Red Mist can even struggle with the syndicate. At times. It's Charon. I lost her.
카론을 붙잡고 도망치던 팔이 통째로 날아가서.
They tore off the arm I was holding on to Charon with.
제가 끝까지 놓지 말아야 했는데.
I never should have let it go. I never should have let this happen.
카론군을 놓쳤다니. 그게 무슨...
Das couldn't not hold on to young Charon. How? What? Sa's grimaced, her expression of an amalgamation of guilt and confusion, as a far cry from her usual collected self.
혹시 카로님이 인질로 붙잡히신 건가요?
Did they take Charon hostage?
네.
Yes.
카론이 그자들에게 붙잡히는 걸 막을 수 없었어요.
I cannot stop them from taking Charon.
파일럿이는요?
What about the pilot? Dead.
상처가 깊지만 의식은 마지막까지 남아 있었어요.
Pilot was heavily wounded, but last time I saw him, he was conscious.
우선 전투부터 준비하죠.
We should prepare for battle now.
적어도 목표는 명확하군요. 쫓아온 습격자를 처리한 뒤 카론을 구하면 될 것 같습니다, 관리자님. 비록 적의 의중은 아직 알 수 없지만
At last, our current objective is clear. Executive Manager, first take out the pursuers, then rescue Charon. While the exact motives of the pursuers is yet to be revealed.
어쩌면 이 습격이 끝이 아닐지도 몰라요. 아까 이곳으로 도망치던 와중에 본사에 무전이 흘러들어왔는데
We may be facing multiple fronts. I briefly picked up a transmission from HQ while running this way and... A sudden buzz of white noise breaks through the truck's silence. Any station, please respond. Sally throws up, staring at her radio speaker. Gregor was the first to act in her place.
여기는 LCB. 상황 전파를 한다.
This is the LCB. We read you. What's your situation? Over. The HQ facility.
연구소?
The research facility. Under attack. My darling daughter, I hope you've been doing well for yourself out there. But don't you think it's about time to stop playing and come home? Utter silence descends as the calling cut off the blood curdling as you're kindly cutting off the blood curdling screams from the other side. The voice came through the radio was nothing short of affectionate. And it was so easy to guess who the daughter was. Hey, somebody to pay attention to the update posts and what season it is.
시계, 거미줄이 쳐졌다.
The spiders have spun their web clock. Web?
피할 수 없는 길에 근사하게도 늘어놓았군.
And it's woven so intricately that there was no way around it. That's when I recalled something Li Hang mentioned, the House of Spiders. Thinking back to how intensely Ryoshi reacted then. Do you think these attackers have something to do with Li Hang guy from earlier? That's why I said wait. Because syndicate time. It's time for Start of the City.
그럴 리가.
Unlikely.
그놈은 스쳐가는 과외 선생들 중 하나였을 뿐이다.
He was just one of my passing tutors.
그럼 도대체 누가 다른 것도 아니고 본사잖아요.
Then who could? It's the headquarters for crying out loud.
모르겠어요.
I
본사는 침입자들이 원한다고 막무가내로 들어올 수 있는 장소가 아니에요.
don't know. The HQ, it's not the kind of place you can just force your way into.
그곳에 무단 침입이라니 생각조차 해본 적 없어서.
Breaking into a place like that, it's completely unthinkable. What now? Usually, I would use my intuition to choose the best course of action, at least during a mission. But who would have thought that HQ, which was meant to brief us about the mission in the first place, would come under attack, especially while we're left without a guide.
그래. 그들이 날 직접 찾아올 리가 없지.
I didn't expect them to come find me themselves.
거미줄을 쳐놓으면 먹이는 알아서 걸려들기 마련이니.
Once the spiders have spun their web, they tend to wait for the prey to stumble into it after all. The plume of cigarette smoke lingered for a moment before scattering into the air. When I looked at Yoshi's face, what I saw was an expression of strange euphoria.
묘슈 씨, 혹시 당신에게는 이 모든 상황이
Ryoshu, is this all just
그저 재밌는 일에 지나지 않는 건가요?
some amusing diversion for you? So I shot out an incredulous look at Ryoshu, who was nonchalantly puffing the rest of her cigarette to ash.
그래.
Sure is.
그토록 고대하던 시간이 마침내 제 발로 찾아왔다.
The long-awaited moment has finally found me.
두근거리는 게 당연하지 않나?
Why wouldn't I be excited?
그런
It's just,
하지만 착각하지 마라.
but don't presume.
유희에 대한
아이,
기대와 진심은 별개의 영역.
My excitement for the coming pleasures will not interfere with my effectiveness.
나는 단 한순간도 맡은 일을 유쾌하게 즐길지언정 가볍게 여긴 적이 없다.
We've gone this long and she hasn't done an acronym. Ooh, replace Ryoshu. I never once let enjoyment get in the way of taking my job seriously.
이전에도 지금도.
Not ever, not now.
곧 이곳까지 올 거라 했지. 버스 기사를 데려간 놈도 여기로 오고 있는 건가?
You said the assailants will be here soon? As the one who took the driver coming to? Caron.
카론 씨한테 무슨 일이라도 생기면
If anything happens to Miss Caron, I
붉은 시선님을 볼 면목이 없어요.
wouldn't be able to bring myself to face the red gaze.
대화가 안 되는군.
This isn't going anywhere.
거미들이 버스 기사를 건드리진 않을 거다.
The spiders won't hurt the driver.
버스 기사는 커다란 먹잇감을 낚기 위한 미끼일 뿐 사냥감이 아니거든.
It's just their bait to lure out the bigger prey.
그러니 볼썽사납게 떨지 말고 세팅이나 하도록.
So stop panicking and set us up. Set us up. It's unsightly.
네?
What?
이 트럭의 뒷문. 지금 당장 본사 연구소로 연결할 수 있는 건가?
The back door in this truck connects us directly to the HQ's research facility right this instant.
잠시만요. 가능하긴 한데
Wait, it can, but
본사로 직행하는 뒷문 포탈을 이용하려면 좌표에 맞는 보안 코드를 확인해야 해서 조금 시간이 걸릴 거예요.
to use the backdoor portal that leads straight to HQ, I need to verify security codes, and specifically for each coordinate. It's gonna take some time.
곧 내 놈을 쫓아올 녀석을 상대하고 들어가면 딱 맞겠군.
Gives us enough time to deal with our pursuers. Asad navigates through the vehicle's machinery was her remaining arm. The sinners all began to keep watch on their surroundings, weapons at the ready.
그런데 본사로 가도 괜찮은 거 맞나요? 함정에 제 발로 들어가는 기분인데.
So we're sure it's a good idea for us to head to the HQ? I feel like we're walking ourselves into a trap here.
차라리 대관원에 도움을 요청하는 건 어떨까요?
Why do we request assistance from... Daguyan? Place instead.
방법은 될 수 있겠지. 하지만 본사가 엮인 이상 친분이 있다 해도 날개의 손을 빌려 해결했다간 차후 어마어마한 대가를 치러야 할 거다.
That can be a solution, yes. However, it was, as this concerns RHQ, solving this crisis was help from a wing, even one whose leaders are in good terms with. We'd require an enormous favor to be repaid. Very true. Welcome to the city.
관리자님, 어떻게 하시겠습니까?
Your decision, Executive Manager. We'll head straight to the HQ research facility as soon as Saw opens the portal. It wasn't hard to intuit that Ryoshu's turn has arrived, given her evident excitement. If so, the back door leading to HQ, which Ryoshu intends to use, should be the path we're meant to take this time.
각오하는 게 좋을 거다.
Better prepare ourselves.
이 앞은 분명 나락일 것이고.
What waits us, without a single shred of doubt, is hell. They really did put Dante through an inferno. Roll credits.
나락은 언제나 기다리고 있던 게 있었으니.
And there's, in its depths, lies something that has always been waiting for me.
천장의 소리. 아무래도 습격자가 차량을 발견한 모양이요.
At strums above us, walking from the vehicle's roof. We've been found.
이거 부서지기 전에 일단 넓은 곳으로 나가는 게 낫지 않겠냐?
Oi, then shouldn't we get off the truck before it canes in our heads?
아니요. 이 트럭은 피사의 특이점이 적용되어 있다고 했잖아요. 외부로부터 안전하게 보호해 주는 거요. 오히려 안에 있는 게
Now, Picard's singularity protects this truck, remember? Something that's supposed to keep whatever's inside safe. We should just lie here until...
안전한 건 맞지? 지금 천장에 살짝 금 간 것 같지 않아?
Are you sure about that? I can see the teentiest crack in the ceiling.
네? 그럴 리가. 분명 탄성이 강해서 어지간한 힘에는 휘기만 할 텐데.
A crack? This makes no sense. The ceiling should be elastic enough to bend even under the most physical impacts. Instead of cracking.
차량형 이동장치 외벽에 피사의 특이점이 적용된 것은 맞습니다.
It's true that the exterior of this vehicle's transport device utilizes Picard's singularity.
그래서 트럭은 밖에서 볼 때보다 안이 넓고 외부 충격으로부터 방어하기 좋죠.
That's why the truck is more spacious inside than it appears from the outside and has good defenses against external forces.
다만 피사에서 저희가 탑승했던 실험 모델과 달리 이 차량은 비포팀의 원활한 배치를 목적으로 운영되는 저가형 모델로 보이는군요.
However, unlike the experimental model we boarded in P Corp, this vehicle appears to be more affordable model used flexibly as a shuttle for the before team deployment.
충분한 성능을 위해서는 언제나 그에 걸맞은 값이 들고 그렇지 않은 제품은 특이점이라 한들 파괴될 수 있다는 겁니다.
Look, that is to say, for a singularity technology deploying at a competent level, a high level of investment is required. Budget models, even those of singularities, can end up being countered.
싸구려라는 거네.
So they cheaped out.
그렇다면 거미집의 아비는 아니군.
Then the assistant is not one of the nurse fathers of the House of Spiders.
아비 중 한 명이었다면 이 정도 벽은 첫 소음과 함께 박살냈을 테지.
If it were one of them, the first shock would have scattered this wall. Would have scattered this wall into pieces.
처음부터 강한 놈이 나타나는 건 너무 단조로운 전개일 테니.
I guess kicking off the top dogs would have made a rather bland story progression.
아비라면 혹시 지난번 뇌윙이라는 자가 말했던
The nurse fathers? Wait, you mean the same people Li Hang?
사담은 상황이 끝난 뒤에 해도 늦지 않다.
Well, time for speculations later. Executive
관리자님,
manager.
곧 천장 부분이 파괴될 것 같습니다.
Executive manager, the ceiling's about to cave in. Go for the kill the moment they get inside. Speak of the devil. Oh god, it's a thumb.
소환!
At the ready, men! Wait, don't engage. Though we were readying ourselves to scare the intruder the moment he stepped inside, we had to immediately backtrack the idea when we saw who he was carrying. She's only unconscious and still breathing.
일부러 저자의 팔만 잘라내고 그 흔적을 따라 추적했나.
I see you have cut Sada's arm off so that you have something to track her down with.
예상대로 동료들에게 도움을 구하기 위해 온 것을 보니
And she has gone straight to seek help from her comrades.
반응을 지켜본 것은 옳은 판단이었던 것 같군요.
It was indeed a correct decision to wait and see how she reacts. The intruder continued glaring towards Sada. As if in response to that, Ryoshi places her hand on her scabbard. Ryoshi?
ken. 버스 기사가 다칠 일은 없을 테니.
I do not know what that means. BDOK. They won't dare hurt the bus driver.
그러니 시계.
So don't make a fuss, clock.
네? 그게 무슨 요시 씨!
What do you mean she's okay, Ryoshi? Ryoshi ignored Sinclair and rushed towards the intruder, scabbard cleaving through the air.
막았나?
Oh, parried that, didn't you?
인질은 신경도 쓰지 않으시는 겁니까?
Have you no regards for the hostage's life?
내 놈들이 죽게 둘 리 없지. 인질의 목숨으로 붉은 길잡이의 분노를 살 계획은 없을 테니.
You wouldn't dare let her die unless you were planning to incur the Red Gaze's wrath. Like Yoshi said, the intruder was only defending himself against strikes without harming Charon. Just as the other sinners were stepping up to join the assault.
전투의 예법을 다하기 위해 한 분씩 상대해드리려 했습니다만
I had intended to face you one at a time as the property of honorable combat dictates, but
스승님이 올 때까지 이 자를 넘겨줘서는 안 되는 상황인지라.
unfortunately, since I can't let you take her back until my master arrives. What in the 9 realms? The intruder gestured his hands as a strange bizarre thing dropped to his ceiling with a thump.
필요한 무기를 사용해야겠군요.
I must resort to using some borrowed weapons.
저건 뒤틀림이나 괴물 같은 걸까요?
Are those distortions or some kind of a monster of some kind? No. I think they're people.
저 자식이 말한 그 스승이란 놈 베르길리우스가 상대하고 있댔지.
His master, Virgilius, is supposed to be hanging whoever that is, yeah?
특색 날이 분명 카론군이 붙잡혀서 제대로 싸우지 못하고 있는 것이라 생각한다네.
The color's most instrudious must be determining from wielding his he deter from wielding his full might on account of young Charon's capture.
카론을 구해서 본사도 어디든 도망치기만 해도 길잡이가 전력을 다할 수 있는 거 아니냐?
That if we rescue Charon and Bucket HQ or whatever, that will let the guide go all out.
당장 할 수 있는 건 그게 최선인 것 같긴 하네요.
Seems the best shot we have at this moment. Still, let's be careful to prioritize Charon's safety above all else.
어떤 상황이 닥쳐도 포기하지 마세나. 저들의 공격은 우리의 투지를 꿰뚫을 수 없을 테니.
That is certainly something. Welcome to the majority of Limbus. Is these focus encounters. Not focus encounters, regular battles.
한 번에 끝낸다.
There's not much strategy involved, if I'm gonna be honest. At least early on. Like early on in battle. At least when you don't have the resources to use ego. It's just use whatever you can.
선배는 그걸 한눈에 알아보시는 거군요.
I mean, we do have sapling of light abilities, but those are kind of a bit useless right now. I mean, they're useful, but they're level 55 and we're level 60. We'll be fine. Levels are actually really important. Also, why I took Ryoshu. The sinners for each chapter tend to get a story-specific buff. In this case, rekindled exhilaration. House Spider is staggered, immediately recovers. So, anti-stagger. That's it, anti-stagger. Automatic malfiber activated. 2 stack convertible coins into unbreakable coins. Unbreakables. So I shouldn't be using that because I need 10 speed. Right?
더 처리할 먹잇감이 있나?
Yes. I'm 1 speed off. You need your your flames, and do.
흑수묘, 뒷박질 중.
Thank you, Sinclair!
이 결투.
일발장전.
Point blank! Also, generally my burn team is my AoE team.
계속하게 용건을.
It's built with AoE in mind. Okay, I can't do that, do that, do that. Actually, we'll do this.
정상값이네. 사실 그 상황에선 그런 공격밖에 부를 게 없었지, 그치?
너는 못 따라나.
We have 10 turns. Usually the first few turns take a bit.
흑수묘, 뒷박질 중. 아직 죽지 마라.
Your one downside being higher level than your enemies is you don't get much of anything off of kills. Any SP off kills.
단번에 우위를 점하셨군요. 이 기세라면 이번 대련도 무난히 승리하실 수 있을 겁니다. 아가씨.
내가 모르는 장치가 있었나? 아니면 참가상이 뭐라도 했나? 너희가 이기기까지 걸리는 시간이 단축되고 있네.
Might as well.
흑수묘, 뒷박질 중.
I will say this is a very simple as things are. I really like your sounds game. I like our style and all the approaching the games to be fair.
첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요.
그렇게 시원하게 재워져 있는데도 보는 맛이 나는군. 강처럼 마르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
I failed the vibe check.
강호 유람기에서도 이렇게 일이 쉽게 풀린 적이 드물어.
I hard failed the vibe check.
유람기라면 이스마엘 그자가 진행해주는 탁자 위에서 하는 놀이 말이지.
We are not using a second bullet right now. So the vibe check is when you use the thing I've come up with when you use Magic Bullet Otis's S3 and hit your allies, because it's a 50-50 chance. It also applies to Crowded Egos. If you hit primarily hit your team versus the enemy.
본인의 승리일
It's failing the vibe check.
완벽한 승리 축하드립니다, 아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지.
관리자님이 명하는 것이라면 탄원은 어디든 무엇이든
This is seriously going to be one stage a video,
사랑하는
isn't it?
사람일지라도.
So yeah then,